Carl Benjamin won the case where Akilah Hughes sued him for $150,000 for copyright infringement. Because Carl took her, we thought she would win whiny video. Because Akilah obviously is a brain-dead Hillary whore and supporter of a corrupt status quo murderous lying monster. Carl claimed fair use, and Akilah really had no case. And the U.S. judges, who, thank goodness, were not corrupt, biased, activist, lawless lefties, went by the actual law, and Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad, won the case, in part because this arrogant, self-entitled, egotistical, Hillary whore propagandist loser, Akilah Hughes, had no real case, and the facts were against her, and she stupidly tweeted that the only real reason she sued him was to, quote, bankrupt him and shut him down, because she doesn't like his politics or philosophies or sentiments.
And remember, this is the same piece of human garbage that said it's okay to punch what they consider Nazis. And again, try to remember this. Lefty terrorists like this believe that anyone who believes in things like border security, enforcing the law, truth-telling about things like Islamofascism, etc., and the dangers and the disasters of that, unabashed, non-politically correct fact-telling, is a, quote, Nazi. Even if that person disavows Nazism, disclaims being a Nazi, it doesn't matter. It's a circular argument. Whatever these lefty pukes believe to be, quote, Nazism, etc., racism, is what they'll consider. And she's saying it's okay to be physically violent. Never mind that people sometimes end up in comas, even with just one or two punches. Never mind things like that can escalate where murders and killings and people will fight back. And of course, self-defense, according to Andrew Cuomo, by right-wingers would be criminalized, and never looking at the person who throws the first punch, because ideologically they're more in line with anti-free speech people like Andrew Cuomo and this human turd Akilah Hughes. And so this arrogant filth sued Carl Benjamin a couple of years ago for so-called copyright infringement, only because she hates Carl Benjamin, conservatism, libertarianism, and the way he was mocking her idiocy for supporting a duplicitous, arrogant mental case such as Hillary Clinton and crying over it, and being sanctimonious and melodramatic and overreactive about Donald Trump, who, I'm not a Trumpist. I never voted for him and I never will. But sorry, he's not a Nazi. He's not even half as bad. You know, you see, this is how it works. And this is why there are riots and revolutions and wars, the world, because people, human beings, basically suck. And this maggot, this putrid creature, Akilah Hughes, is a wonderful example of that fact.
I bet if someone else who was also a Hillary supporter and leaned left had taken a video, not to necessarily mock it, but like bits and pieces of it or whatever, and repackaged it for a different purpose, there'd be no lawsuit. She wouldn't care, she wouldn't mind, she wouldn't gripe. So let's get real and honest about that here. Now, Carl has sued her for all his legal fees. Lefties are anti-free speech fascists and crybabies and prove repeatedly by action and word that they are authoritarians who have higher cases of mental illness and violence, both rhetorical and physical violence. What's scary is that if Benjamin had the misfortune of having open-border Muslim-coddling, lefty, lawless, biased, corrupt, arrogant, anti-free speech, quote, judges to deal with, regardless of whether the actual facts and law were on his side in this matter, the result may very well have been different. Now, Carl Benjamin is an atheist goofball and Darwinist dumbbell like the other liberalists of England and America, but that's another matter. But he's totally right in this situation. We'll see where his own lawsuit against this piece of human filth, Akilah, goes. Akilah was whining that Trump won and couldn't believe that a man who called Mexicans, quote, rapists, would be winning the presidency. Okay, Trump never, not once, ever said that all Mexicans are rapists and drug dealers and murderers, like that other lying idiot Whoopi Goldberg has farted for years now. He never said, quote, all. You can look at the video, the speech, and transcript back to forth from beginning to end. You'll never find Donald Trump saying something stupid like, all Mexicans are rapists. But Whoopi Goldberg on that demented show, The View, has said repeatedly in 2016, 2017, on and on and on, that Trump said all Mexicans are rapists. He never said that. Okay, that's a lie. That's propaganda. That's slop. If she believes her own delusions and she has her head up her ass, then that's just propaganda that she believes. It's just simply not true. He never said that. He said some, and the illegal border crossers he was referring to. Many of them have been rapists and child molesters and kidnappers. It's true. Read or listen to, and this is going to be proven and fact-checked and researched and all that. Read or listen to, on whether it's the actual book or audio book, Adios America by Ann Coulter. Trust me, whether you like Ann Coulter or not, facts are facts regardless. Cases and documentation throughout the country are there regardless of who's reporting them. Whether you like the person, whether you like the messenger or not, doesn't change the fact or merits and veracity of the message. Okay, facts are facts regardless of who is telling you them. All right? Also, many of the illegal border crossers have been drug dealers. Just a fact again. If that's racist to say, then facts are racist. Truth-telling is bigotry. What can I tell you? Not all, not even most, but a lot of them have been that way for whatever reason. As for the other thing this ugly lunatic Akilah said, quote, he said he grabs women by the, okay, over 11 years before, remember this came out in October 2016, he said that September 2005, more than 11 years previous. And they were acting like it was 11 weeks previous. And it was, hello, this is when Trump was a liberal. And it was at the time when he was bashing President Bush and Vice President Cheney, around that time, for their disastrous handling of Hurricane Katrina. And when a lot of lefties kind of liked Trump because he was kind of like with them. He was not like, oh, one of them kind of, thing. All right. But anyway, and also Akilah is okay with supporting and rooting for a woman who trashed all of Bill Clinton's rape and assault victims. Eileen Wellstone, who Bill Clinton raped in college. It gets very little, hardly any coverage. Juanita Broderick, we know about, was raped by Bill. That's the allegation. Kathleen Willey, who was sexually assaulted and harassed. Paula Jones, who was sexually harassed, etc., etc. And Akilah was somehow okay with a woman who would put Bill Clinton, a rapist, in high positions in the White House. Hillary in 2016 said explicitly that she was planning to do that. Also, Bill Clinton, who stumped for Hillary in 2016, somehow that's okay. A rapist was stumping for the woman you were rooting for. Bill Clinton said the same types of things as Donald Trump about women's body parts and grabbing them, and far worse, during that whole Monica Lewinsky thing. And remember Verdon Jordan, that lawyer? And Bill Clinton would go golfing with Verdon Jordan. And then it was asked, oh, what were you two talking about? And Bill Clinton and Verdon Jordan said, quote, pussy. Okay. No, this came out in the newspapers, back at the time, in 1998, etc., etc. Okay, but yet somehow that's okay. Who cares about that? Whatever. No, it's because Bill Clinton had a D in front of his name, Democrat, and was for, late-term abortion and abortion on demand. He was cool with all that. That's really what all this is about. It's not about ethics or principles or consistency. Yeah, that's a joke. Whatever. All right. But, so Bill Clinton said the same types of things as Donald Trump, and far worse. But CNN and Chuck Todd and Akilah Hughes didn't care about that, as they pushed and promoted a vile, evil, arrogant puke named Hillary Clinton, with the same brain-dead line of, Bill Clinton wasn't running for president, but Hillary was. It's irrelevant, arf, arf. The problem with that dopey, robotic, brain-dead line is that Hillary Clinton, the one who was running, attacked all the women that Bill victimized, even though months before Hillary said that, quote, all women should be believed. Yeah, unless they were accusing her rapist husband, Bill Clinton. Then they should be doubted. And exposed facts, and that's what they were facts. It wasn't disinformation or misinformation like that idiot Hefner on the Open Mind of PBS likes to stupidly burp all the time like a moron. But exposed facts from WikiLeaks prove that Hillary didn't care about Mexicans, Muslims, or women even, but that she uses people as tools and fools. Hillary Rodham Clinton, who would have started World War III with both Syria and Russia, with her proposed no-fly zone threats over Syria, which many military experts said that was a horrible and dangerous idea and plan. This pathetic rodent, Akilah Hughes, shilled for this mentally ill demon, Hillary Clinton. So Akilah has less than zero credibility. Just like the other Hillary whores, Bill Maher and Stephen Colbert. Gag. Ugh. Anyway, Carl has sued this garbage human being who is not attractive at all physically, by the way, let alone spiritually or mentally attractive. Hopefully, and for the interest of needed justice, he's successful again, and Akilah gets ruined financially, as she so richly deserves. Or she repents of her disgusting, stupid insanity and stops being a brain-dead Hillary whore and lefty tard. Not that Trump or right-wingers are much better, being bought by his special interests and the check writers and all the tangled webs and idiocy and arrogance, because they're not much better. But lefties are the craziest, nastiest, and most dangerous, disastrous terrorists and authoritarian mental cases on the planet. Not opinion, but provable, checkable with examples, video clips, court cases, etc., etc., etc. Fact. And Akilah Hughes is another glaring example of that sad reality when it comes to mindless, soulless, heartless, putrid Democrats, lefties, and establishment flops.